Well, the main story here is we are going to see in action the top scorer in the league. And it's live.
Hey guys, what is going on? It's Jake, aka ParkyOne here, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, we're starting off this episode with a brilliant game. It's first versus second at the VOLKSPARKSTADION. And to add another layer to this, this is the team we sold Aaron Hunt to, our star midfielder, the 31-year-old captain of Hamburg. We sold him for 7.3 million to this team. So this fixture means so much more to us than a first versus second, if that needed any more added on to it. Okay, so I completely skipped our side, but it's pretty much the one we're running with every single game now. Maybe a few changes, but their team as well. It's not too much different than what I would expect, apart from no Hunt in that lineup. So a weird one there, but we're going to have to go with it as we've done kick off there. Okay, so the first chance of the game here, Janjicic is in the middle, passes off to Nare, finds Arp in the middle, gives it to Donis. No defenders are near him, no one's closed him down, but his shot is lofted over the top of the bar. Unlucky there from the Greek striker. Okay, the first chance for the visitors here. Colm just before the 10th minute. Tarode here. Terrible defending from Papadopoulos. Tries to unleash a left-footed strike and goes so close to going into the far corner there. I think Polosbek had it covered. Okay, great chance here as the ball is worked forward all the way to Ito. And Ito hits it off the bar, straight off the other bar, and he is such a big game player for us. He scored in the St. Pauli derby earlier on in the season, and now he's scored in the first versus second derby. And look at this. Holtby, brilliant close control there, finds Ito just off to his left, and Ito passes it straight into the far post. And you can see here, I fast forwarded this, because straight after kickoff, Nare runs forward, gives it to Donis. Donis, for some reason the defender leaves him alone. Holtby with a brilliant run there, and his left-footed strike goes straight into the top right corner. It is unbelievable. This game, I've said this in the past, it goes from 0 to 100, and it definitely did there. Ito's goal, and then literally minutes later, Holtby smashes it right into the top corner, and it's now gone from 0-0 to 2-0. And look at this, Donis, in the 24th minute, finds some space, turns in the box, the defender doesn't seem to stick a foot in there, and just side foots it into the bottom corner. Let's have a look at that again. So Holtby gives it to Ito, Ito finds Donis, and Donis just turns and shoots. Easy as that, scores 3-0. But it's not all plain sailing. Defensive mistake there, Cosiello has the ball, but a weak shot curls well wide. It was never going on target that, but I thought I'd include it. Okay, Clemens here in the middle, pass off to Lehmann. Nice little 1-2 there, Tarode with the ball, Cosiello. For some reason Van Drongelen couldn't quite tackle him, gives it to Tarode, but Polosbek manages to push it just wide of the target. Okay, 4 minutes before the half here, Sakai crosses it in. Holtby with a diving header there, it would have been miraculous if he got that on target, but head in hands there for the midfielder. Tarode here, just before the half, a curling effort, and I thought he actually hit the post there. It hit the standing point just behind the goal, and it was so close to breaking the deadlock and making it 3-1 before the half, but it wasn't meant to be. Okay, the first chance of the second half, we had to wait 15 minutes there. The ball is nicely worked around the box. 4 little intricate passes there. And then Holtby ends up with the ball, takes a tiny little touch in the box just to steady him up, and then he side foots it straight into the top corner. You can see nice little pass in there from right to left, and then just a simple finish right into the back of the net to make it 4-0 in the first versus second game. Who would have believed it? But for some reason there, a defensive error yet again. Van Drongelen, for some reason, chests the ball down for the striker. He volleys it straight at goal, but Polosbek has it covered. 4-0, done. Let's move on to the second game. Okay, we're in the second game here, and it's AUE versus Hamburg on the 13th match day of the Bundesliga 2. Going through their team, obviously they have a keeper in goal, but they're going with a 3 at the back this time. Very weird. 4 in the middle, and a few names I recognise there. 1 attacking midfielder, and then 2 strikers. So they're going with a 3-4-1-2, a new formation. We haven't seen that so far this season. Obviously, we're going with a very similar one to what we normally do, but Bates is actually in there. 3 youngsters at the back line, Gielen on the left, obviously, so we're going with a very young lineup, and Winsheimer actually up front instead of Donis. So we're going with a really, I wouldn't say a weak side, but a younger, less experienced one. But anyway, we've kicked off here. Let's go into the second game. Okay, so the first chance of the game, Steinman gives it to Moritz. Moritz walks away from the goal, finds Holtby, gives it to Gielen, but he absolutely slices his shot. He's angry with himself as it goes just wide of the target. Okay, the second chance here in the 14th minute. Pollersbeck had to push it wide, to be fair. He really had to dive down and act quick. But I wasn't sure it was going on target, but he might as well have it covered nonetheless. Okay, Winsheimer here. Brilliant through ball to Holtby. And just like the last goal in the Cologne game, he side foots it across goal, just outside the 6-yard box. And it seems like his trademark finish there. But credit where it's due for that through ball from Winsheimer. What vision he actually has there. And from the near enough the exact same position there, the ball lands at Gielen's feet, gives it to Moritz, and he tries a curling effort, but the keeper doesn't even have to move there as he collects the ball. And that is it for the first half. 1-0, Holtby's 25th minute goal separating the sides. Okay, the first chance for the second half here, Winsheimer, nice little 1-2 with Moritz there, as he seems to be through here, but his shot is sliced wide, a lot of power in it, but like a lot of shots in this game, go well wide of the target. No accuracy, but just power. Okay, Holtby here finds Winsheimer. A lot more accuracy in this one, but the keeper has to push it wide, and he goes out for a corner just before the hour mark. Okay, Gielen here as he gets the ball from Nare. He takes a couple steps, steadies himself onto his left foot. A lot of power in that. That should have really gone in, but a brilliant save from the keeper there. As you can see, he's really angry with his back line for letting him have that much space. But Fandrick here, for some reason, that was the only chance they actually had in the second half. He was closed down, he tries to curl it, past the goalkeeper, goes well wide of the target, and that is it. 1-0, one goal separated the sides, Holtby's first half chance. And we actually had a look at our youth team straight after the game here. This one looks the most promising from Petru here, and it's a 15-year-old guy called Lefevre. I think that's how you pronounce his name. His overall is a lot better than the rest of them. He could potentially be a 66 to start off with. His potential, though, could go up to 94. And for a centre-back, centre-mid, or right mid, I mean, I'm going to keep him on. I'm going to have a look at him, and then hopefully he progresses, and we find out a lot more about him in the coming months. Okay, going into another game in this episode, and this one is against FC Magdeburg. 13 games into the season now. We're actually getting quite deep into the season. We're actually going through this quite quick. And looking at their side, they're going with a back three again. I mean, I don't know why all of these teams in Germany want to try a back three, but it seems quite a trend here, as they actually go 3-4-3. I was actually warned about their number 9, Costly. It might be costly to let him in. Excuse the pun there. But I've been told he is a decent striker. He scored 2 goals in the last game. We're really going to have to watch him, because we're going into this game with a heavily rotated side, as you saw just then. But anyway, here is the kickoff at Magdeburg Stadium. Let's go. Okay, the first chance of the game is Ito running down the left wing just after the 5th minute. He turns back, decides not to cross it in. He passes it in instead, and a brilliant through ball there. Almost finds Nare, but the keeper spots it at the last second and jumps out. Okay, Ito here finds Holtby. He finds Hwang Chan, takes a little ball roll backwards to give him a yard of space, and he finesses it right into the bottom corner, and he's absolutely ecstatic that he's been brought into the side and he's done the exact job that the manager wants. Nice little step back to give him a little bit of space and composure to slice it right into the bottom corner. Brilliant. Okay, the next chance in the game, Bates here with a terrible pass to the one player we were told to watch, Costly, but luckily it was a terrible shot, and Pollersbeck is active there and he actually pulls it out of the sky. Okay, Arp here, running through, the last chance of the half there. I thought I'd have to include it, but actually it's not the last chance, because the corner here is headed against the post. We can't seem to score from corners. I don't know what it is, but we're never that lucky. We can't get it past that man on the post, or actually hitting the post, or get the second rebound. We can't quite do it. But the first chance of the second half there, Holtby tries the finesse shot, but he goes just wide of the target. We have to wait a long time for the next chance, but it's Nare on this right wing. He's shown so much promise so far this season, but his shot is straight at the keeper. But to be fair, he has enough power to make the keeper push it just wide. Anyway, that is the last chance of the game. It is Magdeburg 0, Hamburg 1 in that match. Carrying on in this very, very long episode, and it seems like I've been talking forever here, but we're against FC Union Berlin. Okay, looking at our side, Pollersbeck as normal in goal. We have Sakai, Papadopoulos, Van Drongelen and Santos. We have Young, Nare, Ito, Holtby and Arp, much like our normal midfield 5, and our normal striker is back up front. Looking at the Union Berlin side, we have Busk, Bussmann, Hubner, Borner, Reichel, Kroos, Prommel and Schmeiderbach. And up front we have Redondo, Zulj and Gagoa. Okay, here we have kickoff, and let's go into this game and hope we can carry on this run of form. Okay, so the first chance of the game, Nare gives it off to Jung. Donis, he finds a little bit of space here, tries a left-footed strike, but his daisy cutter there goes just wide of the far post there. Okay, Schmeiderbach in the middle here, passes off to Redondo, gives it back to Schmeiderbach, first time chance. He didn't realise how much time he actually had there as he hits it straight over the bar. Pollersbeck tries to cover himself, but that is the last chance of the half. 0-0 going into the second 45 minutes. Okay, the first chance of the second half here. Donis gives it to Holtby. And brilliant strength there. He absolutely throws the centre-back off his back. And I don't know how he does it. He's not a tall guy. He's not a strong guy. And compared to that defender, look at that. He throws him onto the ground. No foul. And left-footed strike straight into the top corner. Nothing the keeper could do there. Okay, the next chance here. Donis gives it off to Ito. Ito gives it back to Donis. And he tries a curling effort which goes just over the crossbar there. Head in hands moment as it could have been 2-0. Okay, Arp finds Nare, gives it back to Arp, and a brilliant save there, pushing it wide for the corner. And to be fair, it was a tough chance to take, but fair enough to the keeper, does well and pushes it wide. Okay, Schmeiderbach here, gives it off, and another weak header. For some reason they can't get their shots off. And I actually skipped past the full-time screen here. Very even game in terms of shots and possession, but a 1-0 win after an early goal. Okay, going into our final game of the episode here. Our fifth game of the episode, and it's against Ingolstadt, away from home on match day 15. Okay, here is their side. They're going with a 4-2-3-1. I'm trying something different here. They have Ananu, Schrock, Matip, Gauss, Trash, Cohen, Pladel, Kirschbaumer, Susek and Lescano. And our side is as follows. Pollersbeck in goal. We have Wagnerman and Santos as wing-backs. We have Van Drongelen and Papadopoulos holding the fort at centre-back. Just in front of them we have Janjusic, Jatta and Nare are running the wings. Donis and Gilen just in front of them. And Lasoga as the lone striker. Jan Fitter Arp, Holtby and Gyro are on the bench as additional firepower just in case. And here we have kickoff. Let's try and carry on this form. I know I've said that quite a few times here, but we really do need to keep on this form if we want to get promotion to the Bundesliga. Okay, the first chance here. A nice little passing move there. Brilliantly cut out, but what is he doing there? He ran it straight into the striker, and Pollersbeck has to be alert as he has to pull off a diving save, and the second shot goes just wide of the target. Okay, we're still under pressure here as Trash plays a through ball towards Pladel. His powerful strike is luckily pushed aside by Pollersbeck, and it stays 0-0 in this game. Okay, still another attack. There's a nice little header there from inside the 6-yard box, and Pollersbeck is alert yet again as he pushes it over for a corner. Our first chance of the game comes just before the half here as Nare's running down the right wing. Very weak attempt there as the keeper manages to push it over for a corner. Coming straight from that chance then, so straight from the corner, Lasoga jumps up and can't quite guide his header on target there. And that is it for the half. We've withstood some pressure, but we slowly grew into the game. And we're going to build on that as we have the first chance of the second half. Nare here tries a snapshot, tries to catch the keeper off guard, but very good reactions there, meaning it goes out for a corner. Nare here seems to be completely through. No one can catch him as his pace is brilliant. That is surely a penalty. Surely a penalty. He only got the player there. He didn't get any of the ball. He only got the player. But anyway, we move on. Janjusic, he's found inside the box, and a brilliant diving challenge there from the defender to stop us going ahead. Wagnerman here finds Janjusic yet again. A left-footed strike. The keeper dives and goes out for a corner. We're still applying the pressure here. We're trying to find that breakthrough. But 10 minutes from the end here, Kraus has the ball, plays through Leipert, tries to shoot across goal, and somehow, I don't know how they managed not to score there, but he hits the bar, and we are saved for just a little bit of time. I said a little bit of time, as Lescano has played through there, a little side-footed finish into the net, and they go ahead 5 minutes from the end. Let's have another look at that. So, talk about direct play. It's near enough on a straight line from the halfway line. 3 passes straight past Pollersbeck. That's unlucky for us. But the final chance of the game here, Nare seems to outstrength Lescano there. Some messing about inside the box, and Lescano gets the ball back and finesses it right into the far post. Secures his brace, a 5-minute brace right at the end. We've gone from 0-0 to 2-0 within 5 minutes, and we've lost this game. I can't believe this. The run is finally over. We've lost against Ingolstadt. But that is it for this episode anyway. We're looking forward to a game against SC Paderborn as the first game in the next episode. If you look at the table there, we are on top by 8 points. So we are comfortable at the top there. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want, and you know what guys, see you later.